Hello, hello. So, it's been a minute since I've done a post, and I figured for me it's easier to just listen to someone talk while I'm doing something than it is to stop and read a post. And I'm going to try to keep this short. I don't think it'll be too lengthy, but I just have not had time to write something out. So, and I also won't be looking at the camera a lot because obviously I'm driving. But anyways, so little life update for me and my goals and how everything's been going. I am officially off of my medications, and it has been awesome so far. Actually, I feel really good. Since I went off my last medication, I've had a little bit of kind of like residual fatigue from going off the medicine, but like most days are fine. Just occasionally it messes with me. So, you know, sorry, I have a bit of a frog in my throat. I'll explain that in a minute. But anyways, yeah, it's been really good. I've even had a couple of friends, that have commented, and they've been like, wow, like, you're just different. Like, I can just tell, like, that you're happier and you're more yourself, and like, you can just tell that, like, there's something different, even though, like, nothing's actually different. And I just, like, I'm like, yes, I feel different. I have noticed a few small kind of depression symptoms, nothing like, no suicidal depression for a while, which has been good. I think I've had one instance where I kind of thought about it, but then I was like, that's stupid. Like, that's not going to solve anything. Like, stop. Which I understand not everyone can do. And I'm very grateful that I have gotten to the point where I can finally shut those thoughts down, because for a long time I couldn't, and I would just kind of drown in those thoughts for a very, very long time. Unfortunately, recently I've just been feeling really disconnected. I have a couple of friends that have just been amazing in encouraging me through this and checking in on me, and I recently made a post on Facebook, which it was just kind of like a bit of a complaining about, sometimes I feel like I just want to post things, but then it's like, I don't want to come across as being, ungrateful or grumpy or, oh, woe is me. And, there's a couple of people that I have on Facebook that, if I get rid of, are going to stir up a lot of drama, and I just try to avoid being a dramaful person. And so it's like, I don't want to hear anything from them, but I know that they're going to make some sort of comment. And so, sometimes I'll type something out and then I'll delete it. And I had just kind of posted that, I don't really know. I just was in a bad spot. Kind of, not a bad spot, just kind of down, kind of blue. Which, it's one of those things, like, occasionally I have noticed that, and I wonder if that's a residual side effect from going off the antidepressants. But anyways, a little tangent on the side there. And I had a whole bunch of support. And so, like, I know that I have a ton of people who support me, and I really, really appreciate that. And it just means a lot if you're one of those people. I wish I could look at the camera right now, but I'm watching a light and I wouldn't want to do it while I'm driving anyways. But yeah, so going off the medication has actually been pretty good for me. The only, like I said, couple of things is the fatigue, and occasionally I'll kind of get, like, down on myself or blue, but then I'm usually able to, like, kind of snap myself out of it, because I've learned a lot of tools over the past couple of years through counseling, and just videos on YouTube, and going to church, and reading my own Bible, and just praying, and like, okay, God, what do you want me to do? What do I need to do about this and that? And so that's been really, really awesome, that I have those tools, and that I actually feel like I can finally use them. So I've been feeling really good. My house has been staying cleaner. I'm actually, like, for the most part, been staying on top of my housework for the first time in, like, a year and a half, which has been awesome. Or maybe even a little bit more than that, honestly. Like, it's just been hard for me to even just, like, keep up on that stuff, and spending more time with my kids, which is awesome. I'm going to pick up my daughter right now because it's early release day, and we get to have a little bit of girl time, which we have not been able to have for a while because Lewis has been out of school every Wednesday for the past, I don't even know how long. So she will be very excited that we actually get some girl time today. But I'm still really struggling, especially with motherhood. Like, I love being a mom. I adore my kids, but I do often find that I feel guilty that they're stuck with me as a mom because I have had so many mental health issues, so many health issues. And like, there are just days where they just want to play with me and I want to play with them, and just the depression flares up, and it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know some people will understand this feeling and others won't, but there are times when it's just like, I can't do the thing that I want to do. Like, it's not that I don't want to do it, I just can't do it. And it's so stinking frustrating because it's like, you know, all my kids want sometimes is for me to play with them, and all I want to do is play with them, but it's just like there's this block in my brain. And honestly, going off the antidepressants has kind of helped a little bit, not fully, but it has definitely helped with that block going away, because like, it was one of those where it's like, I know I need to exercise and I want to exercise, but I just, like, I can't do it. Like, I cannot force myself to do it. And everybody's just like, oh, you just have to force yourself. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I am trying. You don't understand. Like, I sit there for an hour trying to force myself to do something, and then I just eventually give up. Like, it's not working, and I don't know why. And since I've gone off my antidepressants, like, I've been working out more, I've been playing with my kids more, I've been playing with my dogs more, I've been reading my devotionals more. I want to get back into reading my Bible just because that's very important to me. But yeah, it's just like I've actually been doing more. You know, I haven't been like, there for a while. It wasn't super often, but occasionally I'd just like call into an appointment because I just like didn't have the energy to go. And I haven't done that in like a month and a half or 2 months. And so it's been super, super nice. Unfortunately, somehow, the one like bad thing that's happened recently is somehow I messed up something on my side, on my rib. And I've been to the doctor twice and just kind of got it confirmed that nothing is actually wrong. I have something called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, so I'm doing my best. But it's like costochondritis or something to that effect. And basically it just means that I get inflammation in my rib cage or around my muscles or cartilage. I'm not sure exactly if it's like different parts of your body that can happen. For me, it's all in my rib cage. And I believe that some of it has to do, for me, with the fact that I have some vertebrae that are twisted. Like, your vertebrae is supposed to be like this, and some of my vertebrae are like this, you know, like just not how they're supposed to be. And so chiropractic care has kept all of my flare-ups under control until recently. But I went to the doctors and I got an x-ray just to make sure that like I didn't somehow break something. I didn't think I did, because I was like, I didn't have a fall, I didn't have anything crazy that happened. I did have a rather long workout with a friend, which could have irritated it. And I also took my dogs to the dog park, and I had both of them in one hand, and both of my dogs combined are probably around like 130 pounds. I don't even want to turn there. Are around like 130, maybe 140 pounds, something in there, maybe 120. Somewhere in that range. And I had both of them on one hand, and we hadn't gone to the dog park for a while, and so they both got excited and they both kind of like took off, and so they pulled. And so I'm wondering if maybe like I pulled a muscle, or if maybe just that motion aggravated my costochondritis, or however the heck I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sure. But yeah, anyways, my ribs have been like so bad. I can't cough, I can't sneeze. That's going back to the thing I said earlier about the frog in my throat. Is like, today is much better, but in the last week and a half, if I even do this, like, that didn't hurt that time, thank God. Like, that's how I know I'm getting better. But for the past week and a half, just doing that, I would be like bent in half in pain like that. It just hurt so bad. Which is just so stupid. It's like, come on, I don't have enough things that I'm struggling with, like mental health, being overweight, having reflux, getting allergy shots, having asthma. No, let's add something to the list. So, yeah, I was a little bit frustrated. I'm still a little bit frustrated about that, but I am starting to get better today. Has been a lot better. I didn't have to ice or heat as much. I have iced it and heated a little bit. I don't want to parallel park. I hate parallel parking. But anyways, yeah, it's been really good in general. Since I went off my antidepressants, I have been doing more of the things that I like to do. I just have been doing better. I still have some work to do, obviously, and I know that. But, I've been exercising a little bit more, and I've been playing with my kids more, and really the big thing right now that I'm kind of trying to focus on and work on is just, I want to start going to church again. I want to start reading my Bible again. I want to just, really, ooh, hello, windy hair. I really just want to work on that relationship with God again, because it has been lacking. I think I've been to church twice, maybe in 2022, maybe once, which for me is uncommon. And it's not, for me, for those of you who maybe aren't Christian that somehow stumble upon this video and watch it, it's not that I feel like it's a salvation issue and if I don't go to church I'm going to go to hell or any of that. It's just that I genuinely want to go to church. I like going to church. I love my church family, and I miss them, and I miss connecting to them. So yeah, that's one of the big things that I'm working on. Another one is just health, because I have a lot of weight that I've put on in the past. Gosh, my son is 5. I started working, I want to say I stopped working in 2019, started working in 2018, and that's when I really kind of started chunking on the weight. So let's just say, for the sake of it, that it's been about 4 years. Yeah, because it was my son's first birthday. It was my first day of work. But yeah, it's been about 4 years. And I have put on probably like 70 pounds in that time, or maybe a little bit more. And my body is feeling it. My body is telling, I can't do the things. For me, I am working on loving my body where it's at right now. I'm working on finding things that make me feel pretty where I'm at, things that make me feel confident where I'm at, because I need to have confidence in order to be able to get my body to a place where it's healthy. And I don't have a lot of that. But I definitely have more now than I did, say, 10 years ago. That's for sure, even at a much heavier weight. And so I'm just continually working on that. But I want to get my body to a place where I can do the things with it that I want. I have a set weight in my head I would love to get to, just to see what I look like, because that's the top of the BMI chart for my weight. But that doesn't take into account how much of that is necessarily muscle and da-da-da-da. I'm not going to go into that whole thing, because either or you don't know. And if you're curious, you can look it up or ask. But anyways, I've always kind of just wanted to hit that weight to see what it's like, to see, does that fit my body well? Do I like that? And, sorry, it's bright out here. Forget that. And, yeah, so I have a weight that I would like to try to get to, but if I get to 20 pounds above that and I'm happy with where my body's at and it allows me to do all the things that I want to do, then I don't give a rip. I'll stay 20 pounds above, I'll be considered overweight at that point. I don't care so much about how it's labeled. What I care about is, I want to go skydiving someday. I want to go paragliding, hang gliding. Someday, what is it? Is it called hang gliding? Tandem riding? Something. It's where you jump off of a cliff and ride a parachute for a distance until you go down. And that I want to do that. I want to, dance again. I want to, like, I love Zumba. I suck at it, but I love it. I want to run around with my kids. I want to jump on the trampoline with my kids. I want to go kayaking, and be able to have my kids in the kayak with me, because I'm pretty close to the top of the weight scale for my kayak that I currently have. Like, I want to be able to do all of these things, and my weight does prevent me from doing them right now. And so I mainly just want to get healthy, but part of that is I want to lose weight so that I can do those things. And it's not like I'd have to get down to like 150 pounds. I wouldn't have to even lose 100 pounds. Like, if I lost like 60 pounds, 70 pounds, I'd be fine to go do those things. But that doesn't mean that that's where I want to stay, Anyways, this is just, I don't know where I'm going with all of this. But yeah, that's where I'm at, is, I'm doing better. I want to continue working on some things. Right now I'm kind of at a standstill because I'm trying to take it easy until my rib heals. So my house is a wreck, which is driving me crazy because I do actually have the energy to keep it clean. I just have to go easy on my rib, because the last time that it started getting better and I was like, cool, I went and spent a day shopping, and then it got like 10 times worse than it was. So, yeah. But I'm doing better in general. I'm exercising more. We're eating better as a family. We're, doing the things. But that's it. That's my update. And even if I still had more to say, I happened to see my daughter in the rearview mirror heading this way, and it's girl time. So I'll talk to you guys later. And I hope you have a great day, and bye.